is 74 miles per hour. Severe thunderstorm, you only need 58 or 60 miles per hour. These are 80 mile per hour winds that the National Weather Service is warning us about, and there's that special warning I just told you about. Not just the tornado warning, but if you're in Orland Park, Oak Lawn, Woodridge, Bridgeview, the Tinley Park area, Oak Forest, Homer Glen. We told you there's a possible tornadic circulation coming your way, but even if there's no tornado, this is a destructive severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Will and Southwest Cook County until 4:15 p.m. So we're going to keep you posted on that. Quick look at velocity before we get back to the more important, I would say, tornado warning. And you can see, as we watch that really destructive part of the line of thunderstorm winds that's racing our way, that is what I'm really concerned with approaching Crest Hill and Joliet. So let's get you back to ground zero here. Let's orient you just a bit. We're on air interrupting your programming because we are covering a tornado warning for the potential of a tornado from this severe line of thunderstorms racing into Chicagoland. The tornado warning is here shown in this flashing red box, not in effect for Chicago, but certainly in effect for a populated area on the southwest side of town. Let's zoom back into the tornado warning, where we're also seeing destructive thunderstorm winds. No more updates from the National Weather Service yet. I'm keeping my eye on it, though, and I'll pass those along as they come in. Rockdale, Joliet, and Crest Hill. You guys need to take your tornado precautions right now. This big bow in the storm, like an archer pulling back their bow, this is where the storm is being shoved forward by 70 to 80 mile per hour winds, and this is also where we've seen the possibility of tornadoes. National Weather Service confirming what we're looking at here. Most intense portion of the line nearing Plainfield, Naperville, Joliet, with winds of up to 80 miles per hour. The storm continuing at 55 miles per hour toward the east. I told you a moment ago, the National Weather Service themselves, located right here in Romeoville, they're actually saying we have flickering power here at the station in Romeoville. Wow. Looks like these storms are certainly intense. Let me track this out for you. We'll put a broad sweep on it just to be safe wherever this rotation in the storm decides to head next. I'm going to step off screen because the storm's moving so fast. It's actually going even faster than what's shown here. But the areas under the gun for the possibility of a tornado include Lockport, just about 10 minutes from right now, New Lenox at 3:53. If this holds together, it's on the south side of Chicago, or in our far south suburbs at least. Blue Island, Harvey, 420, 421. You guys would be under the gun next. So let's have a different look here. I want to pull up sort of a different view of what's coming our way. Sometimes it's helpful to see the radar. Sometimes it's helpful to see the velocity. But I want to actually show you the broader impact of this storm, which could be power outages. I mentioned the lights are flickering at the National Weather Service office in Will County. No big reported outages there yet. But according to our system, we have at least 1,500 customers without power behind these storms. In LaSalle County, 700 without power in both DeKalb and Kane counties. And if we head northward, similar low outages up in McHenry County, 700 there, 1,000 customers in Rockford. And already in Cook County, our radar at least indicating, and this has been very accurate for us in the past, that we have about 200 customers without power in Cook County. I expect these numbers, if anything, to go up, 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 because these storms are certainly not weakening as they roll our way. Speaking of which, we're going to show you some of the live cameras in just a moment, but I want to show you the high-resolution forecast for this tornado-warned storm that's moving into the southwest side of Chicagoland. Here's round one of the storms right here, moving through Chicago between now and 5 p.m. Round two of storms, hopefully a little less strong, a little less severe. That's the expectation. But it comes in again with a vengeance between 8 p.m. and midnight. So round one sweeping through the area on the broad view over the next couple of hours. Round two, though, between 8 p.m. and midnight, really a significant risk of severe weather. So let's get back in on this tornado warning. You can see it shrinking, shrinking, shrinking. This is a good sign, if anything, because the National Weather Service, at least until now, has not extended that red box, the tornado warning, forward. If this tornado warning is dropped in the next couple minutes, we're going to stay on air for just 30 seconds or so for the destructive thunderstorm warning, and then we'll go back to the stream. By the way, you can join us for extended stream coverage all day, even when we're not here on TV, on CBSChicago.com, on your streaming provider, CBS News Chicago. We're everywhere, and right on your phone if you need to take your tornado precautions into the closet. We've got our Victor Jacobo live in Mobile Weather Lab. Believe you're a little bit north of this tornado-warned storm. Victor, where are you, and what are you seeing with these storms?
Yeah, David, we just passed Oak Brook. We're headed towards Downers Grove and headed in that southwest direction. I want to show you our point of view right now. Literally, as we're speaking right now, we're starting to get those raindrops, and you can see straight ahead of us as we head in that kind of westerly direction. These clouds have really significantly gotten darker. They've also gotten much lower as we've seen more in this western direction. Those conditions really getting more ominous as you have shown throughout the past few minutes. That line really headed from west to east, and so you can kind of see right there pretty clearly how those clouds have really created that contrast in color, showing you how they are getting darker. And right now that those raindrops really starting, so we expect soon as we head into this direction for that weather to start picking up.
Victor, thanks so much. Those clouds ahead of you look really menacing. So as you guys get toward that leading edge of thunderstorm winds, I'd like you guys to seek shelter on the east side of a sturdy building, protect you from those damaging west to east blowing winds. Let's get you back to the radar. Victor giving us a great live view of the storm, but that's north of the tornado warned area. Here's the area that we're most concerned with. Not only for up to 80-mile-per-hour straight-line winds, which is an extraordinary severe thunderstorm, but for the possibility of a tornado as well. Let's get you back to the rotation mode, and I'm going to show you also something special we have in the First Alert Weather Center to give you a better idea of where the rotation may be. This is called the shear, and oh, this is great news, guys. I think this tornado warning is going to be canceled on time, if not early. The shear, this is a different product than what you're used to looking at, but it actually shows where a tornado is most likely. It kind of filters out all the noise, and these little green areas showing weak rotation. But if we had a tornado on the ground, we would for sure have some red. We would have a more defined signature here, maybe an S-shaped of red moving into Joliet. This is really good news from where I'm standing, because as of right now, at least, I think the rotation on this storm has weakened. If we do a 15-minute loop, you can see what I'm talking about. This is such a useful thing for picking up tornadoes, something we have here at CBS News Chicago behind the scenes that you can see as well. Tornadic rotation was stronger as this storm 15-20 minutes ago moved out of northern Grundy into southern Kendall County, but you can see the shear has just fallen apart. And as I mentioned, this is a really good sign. Hopefully we can keep that going, showing that the rotation in the storm or the possible tornado area has weakened or even fallen apart. National Weather Service not canceling the tornado warning yet. I'm looking at their updates off the screen. They're talking about the 80-mile-per-hour thunderstorm winds moving into southern DuPage County, northern Will County, and nearing southern Cook County in about 15 minutes, nearing the lakefront in 30 minutes. These are such fast-moving storms. This is why you can't outdrive them, you can't outrun them. These are storms that you just have to hunker down for and shelter in place. If you're in Joliet and Crest Hill, or Lockport, Homer Glen, I still advise you to please take your tornado precautions for just another couple minutes. I'm watching the map here along with you because I think, along with our off-screen chat with the Weather Service, they could cancel this warning a little bit early. It's set to expire at 3:45, but here we are at 3:42. We'll get back to Victor in a second. Thank you. And I think the tornadic rotation has not only weakened, but also exited the warning. So in Joliet, Crest Hill, stay in your tornado safe place for now, if you could. I promise I'll tell you in just a couple minutes when hopefully it is safe to come out. And if you're downstream of that, Homer Glen, Mokina, I told you to get ready to take your tornado precautions in case the warning is extended your way. It has not been yet. So if you could, please stand by with me for a few minutes. This storm might tighten up again. It might start to rotate in a more strong fashion again, but it's not right now. Velocity, even if you're not under the potentially tornadic part of this storm, the velocity is concerning by itself. The severe thunderstorm warnings that we're facing moving into parts of Chicago with this storm, that's it right there. You see how it says, let me put it on the now view so we can get a better shot of this. See how it says destructive? I've never seen that on our maps before. You probably haven't either. There's a typical warning, a considerable warning, and a destructive warning. This is worth coming on air for, even if we didn't have a tornado threat. Until 4:15, these areas on the southwest side of Chicago, northern Will County as well, and extreme southern DuPage, these areas might have 80-mile-per-hour severe thunderstorm wind gusts. If you're on the north side of this storm, not as strong up in Waukegan, Lake County, you guys have some 60, 70-mile-per-hour winds that are nothing to mess with. Please stay indoors till the storm is passed, but not quite the destructive warning that we have in Chicago. Heading into the heart of this storm, let's get a 1-minute update from our Victor Jacobo. Victor, I hear the rain is pouring down where you are.
Yeah, as you can see right here, if I look through our windshield, that rain really coming down. We were just talking to you a few minutes ago, and you can see the contrast already of that rain coming down quickly. The wind has picked up. Our instruments here on the mobile weather lab also showing us that the temperature outside has also decreased as we've gone into this storm. The wind has picked up. You kind of take a look and you can see that rain really whipping. So you can see how the driving conditions are really something that anybody out and about really should take caution as they're heading towards this area. We're just kind of past Downers Grove right now, west on 88 going westward, and obviously seeing more and more of these conditions pick up. So we're going to continue to monitor this, but as you've been warning, anybody out there in this general direction should really be cautious as they're driving up. You can see the brake lights ahead of us as people really slow down with this wind affecting visibility. So David, I'll send it back to you.
Safe out there. We'll check back in with you as conditions warrant. Back on the maps, of course, that's part of the strong and severe storm that's moving into Chicago. In Chicago, we have the possibility of 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts as this storm races in. But more concerning, we have a tornado warning for about 30 more seconds for parts of Joliet. Oh, there it goes. Let's drop the banner, guys. Tornado warning has just expired right on time. This is good news. As the circulation has weakened, folks in Joliet, Homer, Glen, anywhere in between, thank you for heeding your tornado precautions. Let's get you out of your tornado safe place. But please stay inside, keep the kids inside. I know it's summertime. Everybody wants to go play outside, but these are really dangerous storms with 70 to 80-mile-per-hour wind gusts that are possible. National Weather Service saying numerous private weather stations reporting 50, 55-mile-per-hour gusts, 50-mile-an-hour gusts. We had 58 earlier in Aurora. We had 61-mile-per-hour gusts in LaSalle County. I suspect when this is over, we will have much stronger gusts than that. Getting some preliminary reports right now that we'll confirm with you in just a minute. Emergency managers hearing about the potential of some barn damage in parts of this storm. Unclear where exactly that is. Oh, it looks like it's in West Chicago. Again, some potential barn damage being reported in West Chicago. So here we are with our focus now. We're going to stay with you because this is a particularly dangerous thunderstorm that's moving through Romeoville, Bolingbrook, toward Homer Glen and Orland Park. The velocity on this has been really unusually strong, meaning thunderstorm wind gusts could reach 70, 80 miles per hour as this approaches. Our Marie Saavedra live in studio with us. Marie, what do you have here at 346?
Well, David, I understand the tornado warning has been dropped, but you've been stressing the danger that still persists with this weather and the line of wind that we're seeing at the front edge of this storm. We have one of the husbands of our employees here at CBS News Chicago. They are at Ulta in Bolingbrook, and they have been told to shelter in place. Again, no tornado warning in that area, but that stresses how impactful this wind can be and the damage it could be causing right now. There is such a long line of these storms, so no matter where you are really in our viewing area, we appreciate you being here and staying close to the First Alert Weather Team as they get us through these fast-moving storms this afternoon. David, if I can ask you, a lot of us have been paying attention to your forecasting over this past week, and it does seem that there is something specific, different, and interesting about the threat of afternoon storms that we have both today and then tomorrow. Can you talk a little bit more about why it seems to be the threat is bigger than just sort of a tropical afternoon feel where we might see some thunderstorms pop up?
Right. Well, that's part of it. You know, you went outside earlier today. I did too. It feels like it's over 100. The heat index is really unusual, especially for this early in the summer. Heat, humidity, plus a little upper level energy moving by, an upper level storm leading to systems like this. And right now, our radar is detecting likely at ground level, because here's the radar site right there in Romeoville and Lockport. We are really, really close to that. Homer Glen, you guys need to be indoors. We have radar indicated 69-mile-per-hour wind gusts in your area. We also have the possibility of 64-mile-per-hour winds just up the road from Lamont. So this storm, the worst of these velocities that we're looking at, the worst of these wind damage causing wind gusts moving on the south side of Chicago. But it doesn't mean that, you know, if you live in the Loop or in central Chicago, you're immune from this, because you will not be. If we take the road up just toward the north, we too are under a severe thunderstorm warning in Chicago. And this is no run-of-the-mill warning either. This is for 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts. It's hard to get a good velocity picture, so we'll go back to the radar here in just for now. But this is the leading edge of the damaging thunderstorm winds. It's already through Downers Grove. It's already through Elmhurst. Right now, it's on your doorstep in Hillside, Norridge, Melrose Park, Des Plaines. You guys just got a big gust of wind blowing in from the west. Glenview, Winnetka, you're next. Highland Park and Northbrook, you guys are coming up. Lake Forest, you probably just had a huge gust of wind blowing in as well. So most of us, most of our population watching us right now, under a severe thunderstorm warning, all the way down to Will County, up to Lake County, and certainly for Cook and DuPage. But the abnormal warning here, it's this orange flashing one that our maps really highlight quite well. This is a destructive severe thunderstorm warning. It's a storm so strong that it actually is coded in the National Weather Service alerts in their back-end system to activate the wireless emergency alert. So if you're in this area, Homer Glen, Orland Park, you may have heard that emergency tone on your phone. Not for a tornado, which is the only time you usually hear it, but just because this destructive severe thunderstorm is so strong, that too triggers the wireless emergency alert. So I know where this is going is really important. So let me track this out, and I've got to zoom out for just a moment because it's moving so fast. This is just the most severe part of the storm. Chicago, you're not going to show up on this, but you too have a severe storm heading your way. This is the storm, though, that we're most concerned with. It is racing at 65 miles an hour. So damaging thunderstorm winds, destructive winds, widespread power outages, tree damage, even to well-established large trees in your yard. It's on your doorstep in Tinley Park. 3:52, that's a minute and a half from now. Oak Forest, damaging thunderstorm winds likely at 3:54. Blue Island at 3:57, the Beverly Country Club and Midway close to 4 o'clock. And as this races luckily out of Chicagoland, traffic will be picking up as the 4 o'clock rush hour gets underway. Luckily, that happens after 4 p.m. In the Chicago area. Marie, really active radar this afternoon, and we have another round of storms coming after 8 p.m. tonight.
David, thank you so much. I know at 4 o'clock you'll have a full forecast for us, not only with an updated radar, but also what we can look ahead to this evening and into tomorrow. Thank you so much. We'll let you regroup. We are back here at 4 o'clock, actually at 3:58, so don't go anywhere in just the next 7 or so minutes, with again full coverage of our team that's on the ground there tracking these storms and what you need to know for the rest of the night. We will see you then, but for now, back to regular programming.
This has been a special weather alert from the CBS News Chicago First Alert Weather Team.
1M Plus bike with a full HD screen that includes immersive workouts. Plus, you'll receive sets of medicine balls and kettlebells. This deal's worth $2,999.